Okay, Coach, first kind of a week in review. You guys had a big weekend out in Sioux City, and then I kind of stubbed your toe midweek at Wayne State.
Yeah, we had a great weekend. Played two great games against Bemidji. One that went 9 innings, and we really scratched across the run at the bottom of the ninth to propel us to win that first one. And then the second game we was another good game, battled all the way through, and the ladies really found a way to win that one. So we started off last Saturday 2-0 against Bemidji, coming into Sunday against Crookston with pretty high expectations that we need to take two there to get ourselves in contention for making the tournament, and we did that. And so we went 4-0 on the weekend, which was kind of our first 4-0 of the year, first two sweeps of a Northern Sun opponent, and so the girls were feeling really good. But with the conference and the way we're set up, we've got quick recovery times, and so we played Sunday, Monday, and so we really didn't have any time to recover. We got home Monday evening, about probably 7 o'clock, 8, and then we were back on the road the next day at 11 a.m. for Wayne, Nebraska, to play another doubleheader against them. And they're a young team, but very talented young team. They're leading the conference right now, and so we really, going in there, we were really feeling like we could compete against them. We'll put ourselves in good contentions. And so our first game we lost 3-1, and a lot of it just came down to little things. We had a costly error in the outfield, and then we just weren't able to move our runners into scoring position. We'd get a leadoff runner on base, and we couldn't get bunter to second. And in the day before, on Monday, that's how we beat Crookston 10-0, was we played small ball with them. And so just to see the days change and us not be able to execute a bunt was frustrating on our end as a coaching staff. But they battled it out. We lost 3-1 in the first game, really feeling like we had opportunities to win. And so the second game we came out and battled with them really all the way through. We got into the 7th inning and really even had our opportunities in the 7th inning, runners on first and second, no outs, and really trying to get them moved to second and third, and we just, again, could not get a bunt down. And so we ended up losing that game 4-2. And so really the girls were battle tested throughout the weekend. Great games all the way through. Wayne, you're absolutely right. We kind of stubbed our toe there. Was hoping for a split after losing the first one, but ended up getting swept there. And so really looking forward to this weekend to get back on the page and get the bus running forward again.
Talked about this before, but it's got to be frustrating. You know, you guys have a tendency of, you put up a lot of runs in the first game and then not quite so many, and it's up and down. And we've talked about, the left on base blues basically in the game 2 of a doubleheader. And did you address it in practice? What have you guys been working on to move the runners over?
Last night we spent a lot of time just bunting. Really just putting the girls in pressure situations. They get one opportunity to lay down a bunt. If not, we had a punishment. And so it was really just getting the girls to focus, execute, and carry out what we need to do each and every pitch that comes our way. And so we've addressed it as a team, we've addressed it as a group, and really did some drills last night to hopefully strengthen that, get us better in doing those things, because some games we can do it and other games we don't. And I really just attest that to our lack of focus. I think sometimes we shell shock ourselves, like, whoa, we just put 16 runs up on this team, and then we come back the second game and don't do it. And that's, for us as a coaching staff, we're not quite sure what's going on, because nothing's really changed in our game plan. We've switched pitchers, but defensively shouldn't mess up our offense. And so really it just comes down to the girls keeping that mindset, keeping that mentality, no matter if it's a 1-0 ball game or a 16-8 ball game. We need to come out, swing the bats aggressively, and put runners in the position to score runs for us.
Can you attribute any of that just to the schedule? This has been probably the strangest spring season for everybody. You guys have had, I think, 2 home games, and going to the Husky Dome, going to St. Cloud, having to play in Sioux City. I mean, they just haven't been able to get a consistent schedule, and a lot of the times I've heard them say they feel like they're living out of a suitcase.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't attest that to kind of our mindset or leaving people on base or our batting lows, but it does, just in general, overall, it does take a wear and tear on us. We get home and it's pack our bags, get on the road again, because we can't play at home, the snow and the rain. And so next week might be our first week that we actually get to play all of our home games at home and not have to find a neutral site or switch sites. And so this year's been a challenge, but I really think this team's adjusted to those challenges and really have grabbed grabbed it as best they could to be successful right now.
Looking ahead to the weekend, you guys go up to Fayette for Upper Iowa, and then a very strong Winona State team. What's your game plan going into the weekend?
Really, Upper Iowa's our first focus, and that's Saturday, and we've got to come out against them and put runs on the board, put runners in scoring position for us to be successful. If we do that, we're going to give ourselves a great opportunity to take a game from Upper Iowa. And so we're looking at hopefully a sweep at Upper Iowa, but a split is very manageable as well. It does not hurt us in the conference standings. If we end up getting a split, we'll still be able to reach our goals, still be able to go out. So my expectations is we go and compete for 2 games, and as long as we put runners on base, move runners, we're going to put ourselves in both games a great opportunity to be successful on Saturday. Sunday, Winona, a very good team, another team that's in the top half of the conference. We're going to see some good pitching, and it's their senior day, and so they're going to want to send their seniors out in style, and so we always hope to be that spoiler team, that team that kind of can steal a win from here or there, and on Sunday we're going to have that opportunity. On paper we're probably the underdogs, but I think this team really strives on that mentality. We played Minot State earlier this year, and we really told the girls they were kind of the underdogs, and we're going to have to come out and we're going to have to scratch across runs. We're going to have to play scrappy softball, and that's really what Winona's going to be. I mean, they're a great ball club. We're going to have to be scrappy, and we're going to have to capitalize on the errors that they give us, and when they do give us, we got to capitalize.
While the bat's been pretty inconsistent at times, your pitching has been about as solid as it can be from both Amanda and Bailey.
Yeah, absolutely. Our pitching staff has been awesome this year. They're really starting to turn it on, which is exciting because this is where we need them to be their strongest, is right at the end of the season, moving into conference play. And so both of them, I think, are hitting their stride now and really starting to build towards the end. And so it'll be fun to watch both of these two work the games that we have left. We've got some big games with some good opponents, and so really see how they react to the adversity that could be set on the team and how they work out of their jams.
Currently in 11th place, one spot out of qualifying for the conference tournament. I assume the team knows kind of the importance of this next week and kind of what they need to do in order to qualify for the postseason. Yeah,
we've been very clear with them what it's going to take, and so it starts on Saturday. We have to take care of business Saturday. We're going to play a great Upper Iowa softball club that we really need to come out and compete with, and so we're really focused one game at a time, one day at a time. And so Saturday's our first focus. We'll adjust what we need to do to move into Sunday, and then we take it Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday next week. And so it's going to be an exciting road. A lot of games still left. Really, we have 10 games left. But we've really got to show up on Saturday to take care of business to start to put us in that position to be in the top 10 at the end of the season.